politics with the kings about economic growth. QPT is.
We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To the air, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because it's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Field goal coming from young Wei Koo. From the right hash, it's a 41. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
I know coaches always tell us that they make decisions about these types of plays, this type of a fake, earlier in the week to take the emotion out of the deal. I don't know that that was really true here. This one felt like all of a sudden, hey, I have a feeling about, let's go ahead and get it, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, I know one thing. They wish they had it back.
Yeah, they certainly do, but the buck stops with the head coach on that one. He has to greenlight that attempt.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. he wants on his team. He wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. He's got room at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. The only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The Browns had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On 3rd down, Stokes, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. This a 33-yard attempt. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st down, Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He'll drop this down to Williams, and he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. What's going to be the final play of this first quarter? No score after one on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now? And
that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
One play, 75 yards.
And the Browns have taken the lead.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen.
That is complete downfield to Knox.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Touchdown!
Javonte Williams.
His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bills are able to move back in front.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Williams. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Touchdown, Bills! Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Browns send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 41 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Watson looks to throw again. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Third and 2, Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he's off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A gain of 32 that time. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, Talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Watson. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jair Elam.
Intercepted by the Bills. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. He's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on third down, Watson.
Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And give them a gain of 37.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Again, it's Watson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. There he goes right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on second and long. Watson over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. At that time, a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
A gain of 9. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, Watson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Wide open receiver complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the...
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win. And now Watson throws another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are and hopefully they can correct them.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. You and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd down, it's Stokes. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Watson on 1st down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here is another interception. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game. And ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. they'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 7, Watson. And that's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw is Watson. Into the hands of Darden. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. So Allen's going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 86 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, fans usually love